very high expectancy.
Beautiful. And understands everything. What we're talking about is we're talking about a food. We're talking about a very powerful food. And we're talking about frequency. So let's not forget that everything is about frequency. Everything that goes in the body leaves the body, whether it's liquid, whether it's solid, and it's the frequency it leaves that actually will make the difference. All right? Elizabeth, do you recommend going to keeping with follow-up appointments with oncologists for CT scan, X-ray scans? Well, first of all, we cannot tell you what to do when it comes to anything in the medical system. That has to be your decision. We have what's called thermography here, which is the most in-depth scan that you can do. It tells you everywhere in the body where the blocks are, where the inflammation is. Our thermography actually will tell you 8 years down the road where you're going to be if you decide not to change your personality, not to change your habits, not to change the things that you do, if you kept things going on the way that you're going. So, let's just say this without being negative. CT scans, X-ray scans, we know that they're toxic. So how many do you want? I don't know. So the reality is let's do it this way. If you don't get the scan, are you going to be all in a panic? Are you going to be fearful, dumping adrenaline and cortisol into your body? That's dangerous too. So this has to be a personal decision. It's everybody's personal decision on this planet. And I'm not saying that because of the position I'm taking. You need to mind your own business. You need to ask yourself, what it is you're willing to do and not willing to do. It's your body, it's your life. What do you think, Oliver?
Yes, absolutely. And that really ties in nicely to what Henry just followed up with a question about hormonal issues created from cortisol, from stress. Like it absolutely is down to Henry or you, it's down to the individual to find those sources of cortisol and get rid of them. I mean, if it's something that's happening, for some people it's their family. It's the people that they think are the ones that are their comfort that's causing them the cortisol, and that doesn't mean anyone has to disown their family, but that has to be at least recognized and addressed in a way that the cortisol isn't being created every single time the same trigger happens. So I think what Dad was just saying, it really is down to the individual to find the answers, to unblock their healing methods and really unlock the power.
Thank you. Henry, do you have the thermography technology here in Toronto? We are actually going to bring it when we come to do the courses in Toronto in October. No, we do not have that in Toronto. It is expensive technology. But Chalou, where I'm going to be doing the 2 trainings in the New World Practitioner trainings and the 2 lectures, they're going to be free, everyone, if you want to join us. I will be in Barrie, and she does have a Cellsonic. It's being delivered actually tomorrow, and that's a 25,000 volt energy medicine device that has every healing frequency in it. You can go on docofdetox.com if you want to read about it, but we will be bringing our thermography with us. There's a 90% chance we're bringing it because it is portable, and we will be doing thermographies there.
Great machine. We do something like that, Daryl, in Bangkok. Not the actual thermography, but something very similar, non-invasive, because you need to have regular checks to see how you're progressing, but you don't need to have regular poisonous ways to check.
You don't need to do things that actually cause the problem you're trying to get rid of. I'm not really sure where that makes any sense, but we'll figure it out someday. Carolyn, are these good for preventative measures? Absolutely. That's what the Vital Life Daily is. You take 2 a day. That's it. And you'll feel it. You'll know it.
If you can take it for preventive now, that's the best it's ever going to get.
Then you're not going to need the critical care. That's how that works. You know what? It's like this, okay? I want everybody to understand something. You are given a body by source energy. That body can only be maintained and looked after by you. That's it. Can't be looked after by me, can't be looked after by any other practitioner or doctor in the world. Okay? Nobody heals you. You heal yourself, and then would you like to stay healed? Well, try to create the perfect day on an emotional, physical level, and bang, you got it. I can do this, and you people, some people are not going to like this, but you'll never hear of me ever having cancer or any other disease. And the reality is it's very easy to not have a disease when you're at ease, when you're in alignment with just unconditionally caring for yourself, first and foremost, before anyone else or anything else. And that's it. That's the bottom line right there. Layla, I have a torn ligament in my right knee. I have taken approximately 17 Vital Care THUNDERSHROOM since yesterday, been clapping using the DMSO gel. What else can I do? Well, I'd say that you're doing a fair bet. Layla, I would try to see if there's somebody in your area that does Wolf non-surgical. And then with the other things you're doing, it should be wham bam. It really should.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep going.
Yeah.
Daryl, you just said something about caring for yourself. I also want to remind, especially because I saw this with my mother. Right, she was such a caring and active mother, involved, right, and I think
still is,
but she's really good at involving herself for her own what she wants to do, and I think we see that a lot. With people with illness, is that they have never really prioritized their own health or each person's own health. They're caretakers or they're taking care of others, and they end up getting sick themselves. And so sometimes caring for yourself can be a very selfish thing, and that can be like a life-saving selfishness, because no one else can hear your body talk. Only you can, right? And if you're constantly taking care of others or running around and stressing yourself with the problems of other people, you can't hear your own body talk because you're listening to other people. So it's an important part of the healing process for people to not only take the things themselves, but take the time to listen to how the things are working. And that might mean pulling interest away from other areas, but it needs to be priority.
Thank you. Annette, so just out of curiosity, I don't have a disease or illness I'm aware of, but my lifestyle was crap for 60 years. So should I start on the critical care and then do maintenance after a few weeks? Change my diet, no drugs, exercising, but I smoked and drank for years, and it has to have had negative, can you bring it up please, Yarick? Negative impact on my organs, etc. Tell me what you think, Oliver.
Definitely start with the critical for a while. And if you have any way of checking out, I think you can check your lung and liver function with non-invasive measures like stool samples or like thermography, for example. And you want to just check how much toxic burden there is there from accumulated damage I haven't lived the best lifestyle also. Luckily, I was younger when I started to fix those things. So my accumulated damage wasn't that much, but you want to keep that in measure and start with the critical care first, with a view to moving down to the vital life when you're further along. You're sort of, you might not be symptomatic, but you've done a lot of chronic accumulated damage to your detox organs, your lung and your liver from those things. So that will take time. So you can front load for a while, but more importantly is you do it for time and measure your liver and your lung progress non-invasive.
Yeah, when you totally feel comfortable about where you're at, then you would change. Absolutely. Well, is there anything that you'd like to leave everybody with, Oliver?
I had so many, always planned these things to speak about. I mean, I never end up following the script that we planned on. But no, I wanted to just touch on that. Out here in Thailand, we have a lot of when the big C came out here, we didn't have any of the V's, and we had a lot of people taking the mushroom, and we had business owners who would come and buy like tons for their staff because it was cheaper than buying insurance, or it was more preventive. They'd seen it help a dozen of their critically symptomatic workers who were sent home from the hospital, said, "Oh, this is too critical." They came and took the mushroom. Now they took 45 capsules a day for 10 days, but the alternative was there wasn't. And so since then they've been buying like tons of the stuff for their employees as a type of preventive measure. So to answer the question before about prevention, yes, it's a fantastic thing to have for prevention. So I just wanted to add that in, that as we move into a very immune challenged time for the whole world, it's talking about like compulsory boosters and all these things, which really just it's a big insult to our own immune power. But preventive support from the mushroom now is really important. I think in this time with all the stuff that people are being forced with, and our immune systems need a bit of help right now.
Absolutely, on a daily basis. Thank you, my friend, and it should be what? Let me see, 12 minutes after 1 o'clock in the morning.
Not Friday, not my birthday, so not having the extra energy today.
Happy birthday.
No, that was last Friday when we spoke. So that's when I had I had a full energy buzz from my birthday.
Oh, really?
Birthday.
Well, have a great sleep. Okay.
Great to talk with you. I mean, Daryl, I would love to, you know, I want to be cognizant of the fact that we're so much more, how do I say, we're so much more comfortable with like medicinal mushrooms in this part of the world, with herbal remedies. We are much more sort of accepting of institutes that do research and do this. That's their whole, you know, there are herbal medicinal companies. They only make herbs. It's the whole, you know, with no pharmaceutical markups. And so we're a lot more comfortable with it. So I just want to say that if anytime you have people who are still really new to the idea of medicinal mushrooms or, you know, herbal supplements, can be a bit challenging for some people. So I'm happy to come on and answer questions anytime, really. So just let me know. Or if people have questions, they can always contact me by email. I'll drop in my email for the show.
Absolutely. Well, right now we've got, we just launched them, and the sale. So the sale will be over at the end of this week, beginning of next week. I'm not sure. They've decided how many they're going to sell, and that's it. So why don't you come on in 2 weeks, and then people will have been taking them, and they can come on with their questions. So why don't we book it for 2 weeks today? What date would that be, Yarrick? Okay, so there you go. It'll be the 27th, which is a Wednesday. Is that okay at 12 noon, which will be 12 midnight? You?
Okay. Yeah, fine for me.
All right, so just know this, everyone. Mark it in your calendar and start taking the product, and then let us know the good, the bad, the indifferent. We'll be here for your questions, won't we?
Yes, I mean, if it's only been 2 weeks, some people will see some results, especially if they're making the commitment with their clapping, and you know, if they're really going full at it for 2 weeks, we could have some good calls in.
Massive personal action is required. Okay.
It is, absolutely. Yes.
Thank you, Oliver, and have a beautiful night. I'm going to get in touch with your mother and see if she wants to come on and do a show with me even this week and talk about her story. Huh?
Great. Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
All my love, all my love to you, buddy. Have a beautiful night's sleep.
Okay. All right. Lots of love from here. Bye, my friend. Bye.
Okay, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us. Like I said, the sale's on for the next few days. I don't know how long it is, so I don't mean to be like that. But they said that they were going to sell 500 bottles of each, and then we were going to shut it down. So I don't know where we are. My apologies. I should have tracked it, but I didn't. So I want to thank everybody for coming on today. And just know this, that if you're interested in coming for personal treatment and trainings or courses, just go to braveheartnation.com or itioh.com. All right, if you want to talk to me, my phone number is 258, no it isn't, it's 250-801-5893 on WhatsApp, and then the 800's 855-900-4544 extension 5. And just know that we'll be doing trainings in Ixtapa, Mexico, Barrie, Ontario, Canada, McKinney, Texas, and also St. Lazare, Quebec. We have 2 more spots left for the August 18th non-surgical course. That's it. We only have 2 spots left. If you're interested in coming to join, give me a call. And we'll be doing some lectures in McKinney, Texas. We'll also be doing lectures in Barrie, Ontario. So know that we're going to be on the move, on the groove, and You have the best day of your life, Bravehearts, okay? So don't forget, here's the quote: I am love, I am healed, I'm Braveheart today and every day. From the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anything else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can. I'm healed. I'm Braveheart. Find your roar. You're so much more. God bless. You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it.
Found Dr. Wolf and all his positivity and trying to reshape our way of thinking and help me be a better person, a better mom, better wife. I'm glad I found him in person in Ixtapa, Mexico.
Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited.
This guy's got something really interesting to say and he's sharing it really openly and we're just really not caring what other people think, and I just thought that was really empowering.
What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time.
Dr. Wolf, as many people will have seen, is very direct and straight and will take you to the edge of the cliff, as he says, and then pull you back just in time.
Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with. That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek and understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite.
He's a wealth of information, and I love it.
You were created by your creator to create. So let's create something amazing together.
I found Dr. Wolf and I went, wow, here's a truth speaker. And he spoke to my soul and he spoke truth.
So tell me what you think of the destination that I came up with my imagination to hold the whole life coach certification for you. Understand something. It's all about beauty. It's all about adventure. It's all about stimulating the mind, okay? And understanding that your mind is unlimited. And that is what the whole life coach certification is all about. In the whole life coach certification, we are going to go deeper. We have people coming to us, professionals coming to us, from doctors to nurses to accountants to oil riggers to mothers that want to expand their life. And when they come here, they go, I need to learn to help my family, or I want to improve my business. But guess what? We get into their business. When they leave, they become the change that they wish to see, that they wish to be. They become the gift to the world, because when you can stay in the present, and you can't do that until you have unconditional love and care for yourself. And I'll tell you something right now. I have hardly even found 1 out of 1,000 practitioners or even so-called whole life coaches that can hold the present moment and own it and then give it as a gift. And this is what I'm going to give to you. And when you come here, this is where you're going to come into this room when you need to find alignment, you need to find balance, and you need to get back into your lion heart breath, because we're going to go deep into your heart and we're going to become the spark that you seek.
And actually what I really love about Dr. Wolf's teachings is that unconditional love is literally it. And then you're like, how can it be that easy? That's just silly. So, but it's really not.
Come play, come stay, come train with us today. Understand something. I know we have fear, but understand, that's just false evidence appearing real. I get it. Stick your toe in, feel the water, but then I want you to dive right in, because
How I found my brave heart was through Daryl. He really teaches you to go within and go in through your heart and not your mind, because your heart's a lot more connected to so much more than your mind. Your mind is just so conditioned and your heart is just so open and beautiful.
you're the answer that you've been looking for. Let me teach you how to fly. What does that mean? First, love yourself, Braveheart. Let's take life in and win.
I had just lost my husband a couple of years ago. With his passing, he gave me the greatest gift to love myself. But Dr. Wolf gave me the greatest gift in understanding that.
I had a dream 3 years ago that I would live in Mexico and I would have this training center, this teaching center, this treatment center that would touch the world. Your dreams are never too big. And when they start to create a little bit of anxiety, turn them into excitement. And get excited, because this is your life.
He's the first doctor that I have encountered that has truly given me the truth, and not just half-truths, but the full truth. So it's been revolutionary for me in my healing process.
And this, my friend, when you take on the dream of all dreams, and you realize that if you stay connected to your breath, that you can have it all. Do not let anybody take your breath away. Do not let anybody steal your dream, okay? Listen, God gave you imagination. This is your sandbox of life. Take your life back. Right now, we are teaching courses to people that have come from all over the world, and the government is saying you can't travel, you can't breathe, you can't have this, you can't come together. Yes, we will. And we will do it with unconditional love for each other. And we will learn to